Hey you guys, so I was on Tumblr and I kept seeing a lot about Mike Brown and Darren Wilson, and I didn't know anything about it, honestly. So I Googled it and I did some research and I read all about it, and a lot of people's reactions. I don't know why, but the whole thing just pisses me off, but for a different reason than what you're probably thinking. Um, Seeing all these comments saying, "Oh my God, it's just like Tavon," and people are saying that Darren Wilson is racist and all that other stuff. And here's my opinion: yes, no, yes, Darren Wilson should have been indicted for shooting and killing an unarmed person. There are other ways, even if it was self-defense, there are other ways to get someone to stop attacking you. Shooting them multiple times is not the answer. You could have shot him in the leg. You could have shot him, yeah, could have shot him in the leg. That would have kept him from like fighting you still. And then everyone is saying that he shouldn't have shot him, but the only proof that we have that Mike attacked Darren Wilson was based off of witnesses. Half of them said it was self-defense, half of them said that it wasn't, and you can't rely on witnesses. So honestly, we don't know what happened. And what really pisses me off about the whole situation is that it was between a black person and a white person, so therefore that person has to be racist. And it gets turned into this big racial thing, even if it's not what it's about. Just I don't understand. People claim racism just because someone of a different race is involved. And it might have been racism, it might not have. But throwing around all of these rumors saying that someone's racist, because like being called racist when you're not is like a really big insult. Because I don't know, he might be racist, I don't know, but just because it involved a black person, it doesn't make him racist. Like if it was a white person, I'm sure there wouldn't be this much like craze over it. And that's what really annoys me about people sometimes, is that they make racism out to be this big horrible thing, which it is, but then they overplay racism, I think. Like whenever a different race is involved, when two different races are involved in a situation, it's all of a sudden racism, even if it's not. And I don't understand why people do that. And it's just really annoying to me because, being black, of course, just because someone is a different race and it is involved in some kind of big situation, it doesn't make someone racist. And yes, Darren Wilson should be arrested for killing an unarmed man, but we don't know if it's racism. I mean, there might be more proof. I might not have found it, but still. What Darren Wilson did was wrong, and if Mike Brown attacked him, then it was self-defense, but still killing him isn't justifiable in any way, in my opinion. And another thing, if Mike Brown was attacking Darren Wilson, then how is that justifiable? Is it just because he's black that, oh, it's okay, it was self-defense? If the witnesses were right and Mike Brown was attacking him, then how is that okay? Why is that okay, but then Darren Wilson defending himself isn't? And I'm kind of both sides on this, because neither of them were in the right. If he was attacking him and if he shot him, if that's how it really happened, then neither of them were in the right. And we shouldn't just be like hating on one side of the story if that's what really happened. It's not fair. It's like saying, oh, because this person might be racist, it's okay for this person to use violence as an answer. And I don't think it's fair. And if people are like so upset over racism, then why would you turn everything into a racial situation when it's not? It's I don't know. I don't understand it. And if Mike Brown did fight back, then Darren Wilson did have the right to protect himself. Shooting him was definitely an overkill, but he does have that right. And so it's not fair to Darren Wilson, and it wasn't fair that Mike Brown was killed either. But there are two sides to this story, you guys, and everyone just focuses on the one side because it's all of a sudden a racial situation.